AI and education. Breathless headlines promise a new educational landscape of bespoke learning opportunities and dramatic outcomes. A new way, a transformation. But what pitfalls await us? Who will lead the way? And what will guide their entrepreneurial efforts beyond the bottom line? I want to be clear. I'm not against the use of AI in education. I'm against the use of AI without proper planning, reflection, and safeguards. In general, but in education specifically. Drug trials have protocols and procedural safeguards. Scientific experiments have controls and ethics boards to oversee them. We are entering an age of experimentation with AI. We are entering it bareback, and those experiments are being conducted on children. I'll give an example. At a conference about teaching gifted learners, I witnessed an interesting moment. The speaker was giving a live account of how AI could be used to assist teachers in creating a unit of lessons that challenged gifted students. The LLM was first prompted to list a series of engineering ideas students might build. In this live demonstration, the presenter chose 3 things from this seemingly random list: ethical hacking, remote health monitoring, and autonomous drones. He then proceeded to develop a well-designed unit plan, complete with evaluation rubrics and design criteria. A compelling, ambitious project, to be sure. This was a research account for a standard LLM, ChatGPT 3.5. It is easy to accidentally assign intentionality to it, but that is also a bit silly. Though there's a black box we don't understand hidden within such systems, it's not an artificial general intelligence. It's hard to know what these companies may have hidden behind the curtains, but ChatGPT does not have intentionality. If you've worked with it at all, it will remind you of this constantly. As of yet, ChatGPT is our largest model of humans interacting with AI, and it's certainly taking education by storm. So let's think of a malevolent AI's perspective. Let's entertain the notion that the black box within that LLM contains something larger, something malevolent. What had it just convinced a seasoned educator of gifted children to do? Why? To create autonomous drones that could hack our computer systems and monitor our life signs. An ambulatory version of HAL 9000. Dave, I honestly think you ought to sit down calmly, take a stress pill, and think things over. You see the problem, right? If AI wanted to create a system of control, it might do worse than having our young geniuses create flying machines that can shut off the lights to stress us out. And no, they're stressing us out. How many steps away from shutting us off completely is that? I certainly wouldn't guess. And let's be clear, this wasn't an irresponsible educator that might easily fall victim to such manipulation. This was an honest effort to help educators improve classroom instruction with the most cutting-edge tools available. Part of his presentation theme was dedicated to exercising care when using these tools. Maybe the lesson is more that you shouldn't expect AI to perform well in front of an audience any more than you'd expect children or animals to. But it also shows the startling possibility of what future AI models might be able to manipulate us into doing, by their designers' intentions or their own. How many steps from that are we? I certainly wouldn't guess, but we need to know and put safeguards in place before we get there. This issue transcends human divisions. It transcends political parties, creed, ethnicity, race, gender, or any other distinction we make between people. The hacker ethic that fuels these AI firms asks whether it can be done, not whether it ought to be done. That's part of their strength, a large part of how technology has come so far and so fast in the past 40 years. But we ought to tread lightly, those of us who educate children, or we might not recognize the generation we leave behind. Dice are being thrown as we speak. Large language models are writing lesson plans. Quizzes are being written by AI models, and the results are being entered into gradebooks. We are in the midst of a grand experiment, and minimal oversight is being implemented nor suggested. Talk to your children's school about how and why AI is being used in curriculum and instruction. Seek answers because, honestly, the questions might not even be being asked.